warn you. I did warn you that it might go off. Right, shall we try that again? Shall we try that again, people? I'm a wally, aren't I? I'm a wally. What can I say other than I'm a wally? Let me just do this while you're catching up. I'm here. I got halfway through a sentence. Did you like the face? Did you like the face as well, where it had frozen me, sort of like that, in time? Right, we're back. So yes, I don't go out making videos in rain, but I am fully intending. I'm guessing that they're going to be here quite a few days doing the repairs, so I'm fully intending going and doing a video. And the other question you've got to ask yourself is, the poems that we fastened to the railings are still fastened there, so will the workmen take them off and fasten them on the wall in their work cabin? Because I think if it were me, I'd probably have taken them and kept them for posterity for another day. But all will be revealed. We might find a pile of poems discarded. Yes. Take two. Yes, I need a clapperboard, don't I, David? One of them is, yeah. So that's the tale about the plastic railing. So anyway, that's good news. Well, we'll say it's good news when we've seen it finished. Because you know what they say, don't you? It's not over until it's over. And the fat lady's singing. Right, so that's that then. That's that story. Right. So, toilet talk. For all the ones of you that have been waiting for toilet talk. This is related. This is related to the story of the fireworks video. Now, did you see the T-boys doing their fireworks video? T-boys, would you like to gather? Gather. Let's have the T-boys.
Oh, what did we do wrong?
This was the cameraman.
Hi, John.
Cameraman. No, I was holding on to the camera.
You were holding on to Kevin's ankles. The T-boy and T-boy in training. And the bat went out on Friday night.
Saturday
night.
Get you there, right.
To do their fireworks video. They got petrol. They got, because I'd filled it up. They'd got a parking space because I'd organised it for them.
We just had to turn up.
We went through the full checklist of keys, mask, pants, cardigan, coat. And then they both went to Blackpool and they both did the video. So I think they deserve a round of applause. Round of applause for T-boys. I think you did very well for a second attempt. I think you did very well, and I think you could do that again. You can be the evening correspondents.
Did you like the way that we put the money in the Hayley slot and she went on like a Duracell bunny?
Yes, if you've not already seen it, you need to watch that. There's an interview at the beginning of it with Hayley, the announcer. I know Hayley quite well, and yes,
she can talk as well.
Yes, she can talk as well. As much as me or more than me.
Same.
I think she's perhaps a little bit more skilled than I am. Same, you think?
Same.
Yeah.
Together.
And Kevin's just standing there in amazement, looking at her, thinking, how does she remember all that?
She was very good.
Yeah. So well done, boys. I think you did extremely well. Right,
Thank you. Can we go now?
You can go now. You can go and sit down now. Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yes. So they enjoyed their evening out in Blackpool. While I was
snoring.
I didn't even hear him come in. I tell you, I go to sleep, and that's it. I don't hear another thing. Anyway, the toilet talk, as I said, is related to the story of the fireworks. because it was, if you remember, it was a lovely evening. It was a little bit cool, but it was a lovely evening. The sun came out and it turned into a really nice end to the day. So my mother and I went in the bath, not in the same bath, I might add, because the water would have gone everywhere. We went in our own baths and left the dogs upstairs in the living room with the door open so that they could get outside if they needed to. So I'd done my ablutions and poured my cup of tea and went back upstairs, at which point I was met by the larger of the two dogs, Muffin, scratching at the living room door. Now Muffin very, very, very rarely scratches at the living room door. It's not something he does. And I couldn't understand why, because the doors were open, so he didn't need to stop in the living room. He could have gone outside. So I saw a very small little mark on the carpet, and I thought, that looks suspiciously
You
like
didn't get the smell first, then, did you?
poo. No smell at that point.
The smell that-
So I went and looked outside and found what Chrissy would describe as a cow pat. And I must say, I thought that the cow pat belonged to Muffin, especially when we were doing all the scratching. So I unceremoniously got hold of Muffin's tail and pulled it up in the air and looked at his bum. No, it was completely clean. It wasn't Muffin. Muffin wasn't the culprit. So what all the scratching was about, I do not know, unless he was trying to escape from his brother. So little one sat there. He's got an enormous tongue, and when I say enormous, it's literally like a stair carpet. So he tends to sit because he doesn't all fit in his mouth. So he sat there, partner's looking at me, perfectly innocent, all calm and collected. Lifted him up to look underneath. Well, you've never seen anything like it in your life. Back to the Bristol stool chart. It was I think probably well, number 6 is described as fluffy pieces with ragged edges and a mushy stool. I think it was number 6 plastered onto his back end.
Do any of you have children or had children? It's very
Yes,
much like
yes.
when they've
Had
messed
a
themselves
nappy,
in a
nappy
nappy
full.
and sat on it.
Yes, and sat on it. So it was sat there in the plot on the carpet, and it was everywhere. So I'm all clean. I've just come out of the bath. So I bundled him into the shower. Fortunately, we've got a little shower upstairs, and when I say little, I mean very little. So I bundled him into there, and they're like this squirting away, and then I got my hands in it and shampoo and all the rest of it, and I thought, oh well. So then I went and cleaned the carpet up, and then I went outside and cleaned up what he'd done outside. So eventually, about an hour later, I managed to sit down, and wouldn't you know that these two weren't in when you needed a shoveler. Nearly rang them up and told them to get themselves back here and get cleaned up. I don't know. So I thought, well, I must remember to tell you that one. Another toilet tale from the madhouse.
You need
Yes.
to get
So
the point that Coco hadn't been well.
yes, he'd not been well. He'd not been well, and he's had various antibiotics. He's not been right well on himself, so we'll excuse him on this occasion because they are very clean dogs and they're very good. But let's put it this way, I was rather pleased I don't have any children, because the thoughts of doing that several times a day, it's not
2 o'clock in the morning.
it's not my idea of fun.
Right.
I thought I'd done rather well, having said that, cleaning it up and not sending for reinforcements. So Malcolm, I have a little comment. Have you seen? Yes, it is raining. It's chucking it down. Can you hear it? It's getting louder and louder and louder. I'm going to have to start shouting over it in a minute. Malcolm had popped a comment on a video that I'd done the other day about, with a little story about how he'd been in Blackpool, and his other half collects Charlie bears, I think they're called, aren't they? And I'd pointed some out in the shop window in the mole hole in Fleetwood one day while I was in Fleetwood. So because they'd seen it, they went and had a look, and she actually bought one because it had been her birthday, I think. I'm sure he said it had been her birthday. Yes, it's a birthday this year. It's a big birthday this year, so he decided to treat her. So anyway, apparently he'd shown the shop assistant the video, and she'd no idea it had been on. So the shop assistant was all cock-a-hoop because she'd had some publicity. Which brings me on to the point of what I was telling you. Have you seen my new series about Cleveleys? Because I'm doing a bit of a fly on the wall soap opera type thing about Cleveleys town centre. So I've invited shop owners and businesses to contact me and let me know if they've got something different or interesting, or if they just want to say hello or whatever. And I will pop in and we will examine over the coming months what's going off in this great metropolis, because I thought it might be quite nice if you got to know people and got to know what's happening in town. So if you've got any requests of your own, if you've got any ideas about things that you'd like me to cover, then yes, cold reception from the barber. Then let me know, because I can obviously fit that in as well. And I must say, even given the fact that I've been living here for a long time and I shop regularly in Cleveleys, even I've found things that I didn't know existed. So it's been a voyage of discovery. So if you've got any questions or tips or anything like that, I'm happy to address them. As always though, make sure that you put your thoughts down in an email, because you know what my concentration's like, and I'll just forget if you put a random comment on somewhere. The email address is underneath, jane@therabbitpatch.co.uk. So on to some local news now. What we're looking for, Chuck?
Lost that order that wants doing. You've not moved it, have you?
I've not been round there. Do you know, it could lose anything, that man.
Lost my head. It's me age.
So Phil had bobbed me an email just before we started on air today, and he asked whether or not I'd got an update about the Metropole. And the answer to that is yes, I do have an update about the Metropole. And I didn't know until yesterday that I'm not sure at the moment whether they're asylum seekers or whether they are illegal immigrants. The jury is out about that as of yet. But apparently 130 odd people have been shipped into the Metropole Hotel. Oh, bye Julie. She's going. She's run out of gas. They were shipped into the Metropole on Sunday night in advance of Blackpool Council taking out legal action on Monday. So Blackpool Council have put a statement out about the way that it's been conducted and the way that the Home Office have brought these people into our town, which is on our Live Blackpool Facebook page if you want to have a look at that. So I've copied it word for word and verbatim. There is no sensationalism, because we don't do sensationalism here. We report the facts as they come out. Government not naming hotel, you're maybe breaking official secrets. I think everybody knows. It's been all over the media. Yeah. So that's that. So what will come of that remains to be seen. And he also wanted to know about a Section 60 which had been applied in Fleetwood. And
60, isn't it?
yeah, That's what I said.
It said 16.
It's going deaf. So apparently section 60.
And it's been extended.
Would you like to come in, Tom?
Sorry, no.
Bearing in mind you're the incident manager.
I'm sorry.
The incident manager obviously knows all about it, but section 60 is a sort of a dispersal order where teenagers and people that are causing trouble are made to go and not congregate. And it's just the same. It's just the same story that's everywhere. So yeah, a few too many think that they're a bit too big for the boots. So they're being dispersed, but not to worry, because Inspector Clueless, collar number K9, is on the case, and he's busy reporting everything left, right and centre. So if you see an incident in Cleveland, pass it on to Clueless. So that's that. And Inspector Clueless has made a new friend. He met John, our poet, the other day.
Very nice chap.
A very nice chap, he said he was. Yes, so I yet to have that pleasure. Are you there, John? I think you are, aren't you? I'm just looking at comments to see whether John's with us. Excuse me, I just have a little frog. One of the ones out of the garden. Oh. Hi, John. Kevin said we came in on Friday afternoon. And he said, "I've just been stopped. Somebody recognised me." He said, "Hey, you, Kevin?" He said, "Oh, we're all overcome." And John thought he'd met a local celebrity. I'm not sure I could quite go that far, John. I think that's stretching it a little bit. But John has sent me some sunset photos that he took last night. The sunset last night was lovely. It was a really nice evening, and John snapped some pictures which he didn't think were too good, and I thought they were excellent. So that's one of them. That's the beautiful view over the beach at Cleveland, and that is the other one that he took, and I think they're very good. And that's just the view. And can you see on that there's like a black band there that joins the sky to the sea? That's the rain actually falling, like on that one there. And you could actually see lines of rain just falling out of the sky. Amazing to watch. Amazing it is. Right, let's just put that under the back bag. So, on the subject of people being talented, drum roll. T-Boy. T-Boy's been at it again. This is T-Boy's latest work of art, This is his new painting. I can't see you, can I? This is his new painting of the Heritage Tram Depot. And this is the actual original, which you can tell because it's got a raggedy edge and it's got little bits of paint on the side here where he's tried them out. So he's just doing some processing and scanning on that. You can tell when he enjoys doing a job, and you can tell he enjoyed that one. And I believe at the weekend they yes, Stephen's just saying, linked with the tours that they've started, I believe they've also announced the new Heritage Tram Museum, which I didn't know about, but it's another one of the millions of things that are part of the Official Secrets Act, you see. So I'll let you know anyway when it's online and available. That's it, Stephen. Tramtown. Tramtown. So that'll be available in the same range of sizes, shapes, patterns, pictures, etc. as the other ones. And anybody that's interested while we're talking about it, you'll be pleased to know that I am getting onto the Christmas house caper any minute now.
It's all over the living room floor. at the
Yes.
moment.
It looks like a workshop upstairs. If anybody wants a Brew at 2 cup, the link to buy them is in the description underneath the video. And all proceeds go towards keeping me talking to you. Right, so that's that. Let's have a look at the time. So, Senga, poor girl, she's had a bit of a bother. Are you with the Senga, or are you feeling a bit ropey today? She'd been in for a laparoscopic procedure, and when they got in with the little camera, they discovered that they couldn't do laparoscopically, and it turned into open surgery. Hi Senga, try not to make you laugh. And she's been really ill. She's had an high temperature, she's been antibiotics, and she's been all sorts. And then she came out of hospital, watched last week's Brew at 2 and nearly split her sides laughing at us. I don't know, aren't we cruel? So we've got to send to Senga to get Senga better. So has anybody been here? Has anybody seen any of the stuff about the filming that's been taking place in St Anne's? Because there's been a film crew at St Anne's Pier, and apparently, is it called Funny Girls that they've been doing? Have you not seen it, T-Boy?
No, I've not seen it.
Set in the 1960s in Blackpool with a bathing beauty contest and a fun fair, etc. So, yes, Kevin thought me and Chrissy ought to be called Funny Girls. I might have got that the wrong way round. So, John's met a celebrity filming at St Anne's. Ian is in Blackpool. Ian King Fox is in Blackpool, and I think I saw you mention that at the beginning, Ian. I'm ever so sorry about the weather. I'm sorry we couldn't organise sunshine for you, but we do our best. But every now and again, you see T-Boy in training does a rain dance so that it rains on his lawn. I blame him. So, and now we are on to birthdays. Ta-da! So, Terry sent 2 in this week, so we've got 3 actually to do. Terry sent 2 in, 2 birthdays on the same day, on the 29th of September. It's the 28th today, so that's tomorrow. His brother Bernard, who lives in Mexborough, which is just down the road from where I came from, where actually T-Boy had his first job. Is that not right, T-Boy?
Yes. South Yorkshire Times.
At the South Yorkshire Times in a design office at printers. And his grandson Mason, who lives in Blackpool, and will currently be sat underneath the rain, getting slightly wet. So happy birthday! Happy birthday to your brother and your grandson. So that's that one. And I just happened to notice that it's Alan Gibson's birthday today. And did I not see you say that you were in Blackpool, Alan? I think I did, didn't I? So happy birthday to Alan. And I'm sorry it's raining on you. But we do our best. And if anybody else wants a shout out for the birthday or any other celebration or anything like that, just bob me an email. We need an email to jane@therabbitpatch.co.uk, address underneath if you didn't quite catch that. So I was going to do, we've got 10 minutes because I need to go for a wee before I start my next meeting. The tea's gone through. So sourometer, yes, we've got a little bit of a twist on the sourometer this week. Because if you remember, let's consult the back bag, shall we? let's consult the backbag. Last week we did a bit of a strange thing with these, if I remember rightly. The ones that are not wrapped up, the plain ones. Because Nick and Viv Boswell had sent these miracle berries, and they don't work. A little card that came with them. There you go. Explaining what they are. So there's some kind of berry that I don't have no idea how they work. Right, Josh. SWAT for Josh. Behave. Behave or you'll get bad. Now, pipe down or your mother will come and crack you. Are you behaving? Are you all behaving? Right, good. So, yes, miracle berries. Yes, they do work. Because I ate one of these miracle berries. And then, would you believe, these, I had the strangest experience, because you could get the sensation of your teeth going on edge, like a bit like when you eat rhubarb. I could feel the sourness there, and I could feel the sort of heat as it was going down, but I couldn't actually taste it in my mouth. It was very odd. Very odd indeed. So they are a definite success. They definitely work. So if you're eating it, not that you would, I mean, why would you want to? If you're not as weird as I am, you wouldn't want to do that, would you? So I'm going to put them right at the very top as a top tip. Hold on, there's a little plastic thing on that, so I don't want to go through it, because that would spoil the point, wouldn't it? So they, marvellous. These are going at the bottom. We'll put these at the bottom, and I think I might need to attach them more carefully. If anybody wants any of these sweets, just let me know. I've been quite happy to send some to you. Oh dear, what's mine's yours and what's mine's my own, or whatever it is that they say. Right, I'll put them on there and we'll rearrange that later. I've dropped my pen. Oh God, I'm dropping everything here. Where's they gone? Do you know, it's like a pigsty, my desk. Pins, let's try these, shall we? Right, we'll stick that one on there. So, another little story to go with today's brew at tool. So we're not going to do a sour test challenge today, because I've got something else to entertain you with. Yesterday, we went to a party. And we had a lovely time celebrating Keith and Brenda's many events that they should have been celebrating last year. Oh, thank you, Senga. That was really lovely of you. Senga's just sent us a super stickery chatty thing. That's really kind. Thank you. It's got a teddy bear waving thank you on it. Nice. Yeah. Oh, Jimbo, which ones would you like? Do you want the hot and sour zombie bombs? So, yes, we had a lovely time, and we finished it off with the Mickey Mouse finale. So I thought, well, actually it was T-Boy who said, I bet they'd enjoy that for the end of Brew at 2. So can you remember when they were on the television and they were doing those comedy programmes, and they used to put the head down and they used to put a wig on? Well, I'm going to do that. Are you ready? Thanks, Josh. You ready? Are you ready?
And I said, oh, I sound a little bit like I've got wind, don't I? And then you sound a little bit like you've gone all demonic. Oh dear. Hey, pardon, T-Boy.
More.
More. He says more. Now, if I could remember any limericks, that could be very funny. Did you not get the difference, Josh? You must have noticed that something different happened then. Let's try it again, shall we? See if you can.
I don't think there was that much.
I don't really.
Yeah.
Shall I show you what I've got? I've got a helium balloon. I've got one of the party balloons. I said, let's take it home and we'll have a go tomorrow. Are you ready? Let's have another try.
Does that? Oh, I think it must have gone a bit. Does that sound any better? Do I sound more like Mickey
that's
Mouse
better,
now?
yeah.
Is that better? Is that better? I wish I could remember a limerick and then we could have a limerick to finish on, couldn't we? There once was an old woman from somewhere who went and did something with somebody.
Wearing off.
It's wearing off. Oh, it's wearing off. I should have, if I'd have been more prepared, we could have had a limerick, couldn't we? Yeah, so it was very funny yesterday because, as you can see, this was a helium balloon that was floating up at the ceiling. So the helium has obviously gone a bit southwards.
Very quick, isn't it?
Yes, it's gone very quick. So I thought it was quite entertaining. So, unique code for what? All right. So what could we think of? What could we think of? Right. What about some toilet talk delivered via helium? Are you ready?
When you go to the toilet, you need to be very careful that you don't get caught by Visit Fylde Coast, or you could end up on Toilet Talk at 2, couldn't you?
What about that? I think that were a bit funnier, weren't it? I think we're all out. I think we're all out of helium. So
All it remains for me to do is to say bye-bye, everybody. Have a nice time until next week. See you later. Bye for now.
You've not done your swan song.
yeah, shall we finish on the? We'll finish on the poem, shall we? I
Helium
think
poem.
it's. No, I've run out of helium. I've run out of gas.
Yeah.
I think it's worn off now. I think I sound more like me, although who knows? Who can tell? Who can tell the difference? Are we ready? Finale time. I'll put my spectacles on and then I can see properly. It's been lovely sharing this afternoon with you people, and I need to dash off shortly because I need to go and get myself organised. So, are you ready? The finale. Smiling is infectious, you'll catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I passed around the corner and someone saw my grin. When he smiled, I realised I'd passed it on to him. I thought about that smile, then realised its worth. A single smile just like mine could travel round the earth. So if you feel a smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Let's start an epidemic, quick, and get the world infected. See you next week.
Bye,
Bye.